Okay, I think we are live. Hello and a very warm welcome to today's live stream. My name is Ozair and it is 3rd of February 2023, 3 p.m. in the UK. Every weekday on a Tuesday and Friday, I go live at this time and cover topics such as Google Ads, YouTube ads, online digital marketing, anything and everything to help you generate more leads or sales. So, as always, we have got a particular topic today, which is all about micro conversions, why you should use them, what it is all about, and why very few people know of it and are using it. But before we get started, just want to go through a couple of housekeeping stuff. If you are new here, very warm welcome, and of course to those who have been before. The format is very informal and friendly. I'll cover today's topic. Then towards the end of the session, whatever questions have been sent across to me, I'll answer them in the order I receive them. So if you have any questions, problems, queries, or challenges you are facing with your account, then please put them in the comment box or the description box around this video. This is being live streamed on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Okay, so let's get started and get the show on the road. I'll share my screen first. Let me move things around a bit. All right. So you should be able to see my screen now. And yeah, it's all working fine. Okay, so this is all about micro conversions in Google Ads. Obviously, everybody wants the actual conversions, and there is only one type of conversion, whether it is a purchase, a lead, or a call, or any other call to action you may have on your landing page or on your website. So, what are these micro conversions, and why do you need to use them? So, we'll go through it because this is also an important step towards the conversion path. And as I said earlier on, very few marketers, freelancers, business owners, advertisers are using them. So, I before I get started, yeah, send the questions in either on our YouTube channel or in the Facebook group or wherever you're watching this video. And I truly appreciate if you could give it a little thumbs up, like, or subscribe, because this will tell the YouTube algorithm that the content which we are creating is being appreciated by you. And I would like to say a big thank you to all of those who have supported our channel over the years. And we have reached over 23,000 subscribers now, and it keeps on growing day on day. So I truly appreciate that. If you are having problems with your account and you want a free audit, we offer a free 30-minute Google Ads account audit completely free of charge. There are no catches. The only criteria is that the recording which we are able to use it for on YouTube or on our social media channels. That's the only thing. Other than that, it's completely free of charge. If you want to set this up, visit our website, go to the contact page, and fill the form. All right. So, what is a micro conversion and why you should use it? So let's um, tell you the definition of this as to what these are, and this is as per on Hotjar's website. Micro conversions are the completion of small steps or secondary actions by a website visitor that indicate that they are going to convert. So this is an indication of the likelihood of conversion happening in the very near future or in the next few seconds or minutes. Though not considered part of a site's overall conversion rate, micro conversions are a strong indicator of the effectiveness of your funnel. So it's a great way to track your funnel, because if you've got a multi-step funnel, so let's say you've got landing page, you have an opt-in page, and you send them to a masterclass to watch the video or video training. Then you have the call to action to book the calendar, and then the thank you page. So you've got a four-step funnel. So you need to track all these little micro steps, or the baby steps we call them, to see which ones are been taken, which ones aren't been taken, and how to then optimize these your sales funnel. It can be used on any kind of campaign, be it display, video, search, or shopping. But it's extremely useful when you have very little conversion action and very little conversions. So how do you optimize a campaign? And we optimize it using micro conversions. So especially when you start a brand new display campaign or a video campaign where you may not have conversions straight away, these micro conversions are going to be very helpful in optimizing the campaign. And as they say, that these conversions are the completion of small steps or secondary actions by a website visitor. Now, in Google Ads, you will see that there are two types of conversions. One is a primary conversion and one is a secondary conversion. And this is what we are talking about, the secondary conversion actions. So you can set these up in your account, and I'm going to go through that in a bit. So let's give you a little analogy of to how this will work. So someone goes to a bar or a club or wherever, and they see the woman of their dreams who they would always wanted to marry. Now, if you were to go straight up to that lady or man and ask them to get married or marry you, because that's the goal, right? That's the main conversion. You want to get married. The likelihood of that person saying yes is very minimal, right? Pretty much non-existent or zero. So why do you ask that question straight up when you know that the answer is going to be a no? And this is what happens on a website where straight up front we want a cold person. So you two don't know each other. So why would that other person marry you, right? So you go to each other. It's the same thing with the website visitor. Cold website visitor has come to your website and they don't know you, and you're asking them to convert straight up. So what you want to do is, before you propose, you need to make sure that the likelihood of that answer is going to be yes. And as I said earlier on, these are the small steps which is likely to convert, right? So what are these small steps? So in the analogy which I've just given you, you walk up to that person, introduce yourself, say hello, hi, start a conversation. That's a little micro conversion, right? The ball is rolling. You're on the path to that conversion. Have a few drinks together, exchange phone numbers, go out for coffee, then perhaps for dinner, become a couple, maybe get engaged or move in together. And then the marriage is going to come right at the end. So these are the series of little steps you have to take to reach that final goal. And this is what we want to do on our website as well. So as soon as someone lands on our website, they are on that path, on that journey or the path to that conversion. But it's not a straightforward conversion. It's a path. It's a fairly complicated one. So what you want to do is to analyze where the drop off is. Why are they not going to that next step? And then you need to start fixing that problem. or to optimize that stage of that funnel. So some of the micro conversions which we set up on our analytics and at Google Ads is something like time on site. If somebody is staying for 5 seconds on your website and then bouncing off, the likelihood of that conversion is literally zero, right? Because they're not staying on your website. How are they going to convert? So time on site is a great indicator because you know that they are looking around your website, you know that they are engaging, you know that they like your content. It's kind of like somebody walking into the shop and walking straight out. They're never going to buy anything, no matter, even if you're giving things away for free, they're not going to take it, right? Or take up that offer. And this is what happens sometimes when we give away things for free and you wonder, but why aren't they taking this from me? Because I'm giving it away for free, an ebook, a video course, free consultation, or whatever. It's not because they don't like that offer, it's because they don't know, they don't see that value in it. So, for you to um, get someone interested in your product or service, you need them to know you, like you, and trust you. And this is why I keep going on these live streams regularly, twice a week. And I've been doing this for the last 4 years, right? Is because I need to build up my brand. I need to build up that um, trust. I need more eyeballs on me and my brand, so more people know of me, and so on. Time on site is really important. So if you're writing a great blog piece or a blog post, which takes 10 minutes to read, you know that they're only staying for like 10 seconds, there's something wrong. So you need to optimize that first part of that blog because that's where their drop off is. They're getting bored, they're not interested, they're walking away. So time on site is one of the great ways, the best ways to judge how interested your visitors are in your content or in your offer or your website. Scroll depth is another way. So if you got a long blog post and they're not scrolling down, that means they're not consuming that content. So you can track all of these that, okay, I want to track what's the percentage of visitors on my website who scroll to 75% of that page length, right? Then you know that they've gone right the way, almost right the way to the bottom. They've consumed the content, they're reading it, watching it, or whatever. Scroll depth is a great way as well. Click on a button. So it could be a subscribe button to your newsletter, download a PDF or whatever. Or if it's not gated, that means they don't need to enter the name and email. You just click on a button. A WhatsApp button, they've contacted you. Live chat button, they've engaged with you. So any kind of button click, you can track. That's also a micro conversion. If you've got an e-commerce website and they're watching going to visit any category pages or product pages, then you know that they've gone from the home page to other pages on the site. So these are all the micro conversions. Somebody clicks on a proceed to checkout, add to cart, billing. They haven't converted yet. They're on the way, as I said earlier on. So if more people are, if 100 people proceed to 100 people visit your website, 50 of them proceed to checkout, 20 of them add to cart, uh, 10 of them add billing, and then 5 convert. So you can see the stats all the way through in your funnel. And if you find there's a big drop off over here, that means either the button is not visible, check on the mobile that the website is working properly and the add to cart button is popping up. Sometimes these things happen, right? These things are broken. So without these metrics, you cannot measure. And once you know, I had 50 people there, but 0 people there, there is something seriously wrong. So you got to track these, right? Most people do is all they do is um, track the purchase. and that's it. Without knowing that, you would be completely at a loss as to why and where the problem is. Video view, play button. Somebody clicks the YouTube video, say 100 people came to my page, 50 of them click the play button. That's a 50% conversion rate for that button click, right? And you want to then keep on optimizing it by maybe changing the thumbnail image on that website so the click through rate increases, or adding the video above the fold or wherever on that page, right? You want to increase that clicks on the play button. Okay, so I'm just going to do that. This might be a little bit small for those of you on a mobile. I'll enlarge it a bit. Okay, that's a bit better. Okay, so then someone visit. So this is like the steps, right? Someone visit the website, view the category pages, views a subcategory page, view of an individual product page, add to product cart, shopping cart, proceed to checkout, enter the shipping address, select the shipping or whatever, enter the payment, and place the order, right? So we've got 10 steps over here. Steps 2 to 9 are what we call the micro conversions, and these will be set up as secondary conversions. And the main one, which is the step 10, is the primary conversion, which is um, the purchase, actual purchase. Don't miss, and this is what I've found many times in accounts, that these micro conversions, which are secondary conversions, have been set up as a primary conversion. So your conversion column is inflated because these will go under all conversions and not under conversion column. Conversion column will only show the primary conversions, right? Unfortunately, some marketeers do this deliberately to make the reporting look very good, but it's that is for a short term. You'll get found out, you'll get caught out, and then you will have that embarrassing conversation with the client. So don't do it if you're doing it. If it's a mistake, hold your hand, apologize, and learn from your mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, but don't do it deliberately. So step 10 is the micro conversion. So see how much data I can track if I have set up all these micro conversions compared to someone who is just tracking the place the order or the purchase conversion. So I can see the actual visitor activity on the website. So how do you do this? How do you set this up? So you can use analytics or GFO and Google Tag Manager to track all these. Uh, I'm going to set up a new uh, video and show you how to set these up, but not today. But at least you know what to set up and how to go about setting up these. And then you import those conversions from analytics into Google Ads. All right, so I can see some questions pinging in. Carry on sending them. Please make sure that you don't leave it until the very last moment, because there is I think about a 30-second delay on the transmission. So I may not be able to uh, go to your question. Okay, so the first one is from a Facebook user. I created a campaign which was working properly at starting, but not performing well now. Okay, so Google ads or Facebook ads or any kind of online advertising is not a set and forget thing or set and done. Once it starts going, it's going to carry on going. Just like the stock market and the stocks and shares, they never keep going up and up and up every day or every week or every month. They'll go up and go down, go up, go down. So don't panic when they go down. Hold tight, sit tight. Don't start selling off your stocks. Oh my God, they've dropped. The prices have dropped. No, you don't. You sit tight, right? Same with Google Ads. You need to follow the data, read the data properly. Don't be reactive, be proactive, and don't make judgments on the basis of what happened a few hours ago or today or yesterday. Look at the overall picture, because the trend needs to be, even if it's going up, down, up, down, up, down, but it's going, the trend is going up, i.e. in terms of conversions, conversion rate, and the cost of conversions, the trend is going down, or the ROAS is going up, then you decide what you need to do, right? So obviously, I can't comment as to why it is not performing, but look at your, if it's a search campaign, look at the search term queries. If Google has started to show your ads to some very irrelevant search terms, add them as negatives and so on. And I also don't know how long this has not been performing well for. Okay, hi Amit. Mm, I'm getting relevant clicks for my search campaign. Okay, that's a good start. Also, through Clarity, I can see users are spending time on landing page, but somehow not filling the inquiry form. Can't understand people are not filling form. Okay, this is exactly what I was talking about just now. Time on site, right? And they are not filling in that inquiry form. That means you need to change that offer, right? You know that the click is relevant and the audience is targeted, and they're not filling in the form. So change the form. I've got one funnel which we run for ourselves. We started off running that, and initially the conversion rate was about 8.5%. Then just by changing the headline or the photo or the video, we took it up to 12% after a little while. After a few months, it went to 12. Then we changed things around again. Not big things, but small things, right? Don't just one headline or the call to action or the offer or whatever. Then it went up to 22, and now it is at almost 29%. But it didn't happen straight up. You know, it happened gradually by just by tweaking and testing and changing. Best way to get the results faster like this is through A/B split testing it. Use something like Unbounce. Send 50% to landing page A and then 50% to landing page B. Different headlines or different images or videos or whatever. See which ones is converting. Then keep that winning landing page and then switch off the losing one. Bring in a new challenger to challenge the winner, and then start that A/B split testing again. And then you'll find that you keep nudging that bar up and up and up. So it's good that you're getting relevant click. But if they're not filling in the form, that means if it's just a free consultation, then they're not interested. But if it's like, oh, I can help you save money, I can help you lose weight, I can help you get fit very quickly or something, which is very specific, and you got some data behind it, and you can say, look, in this discovery call, I will show you blah de blah, then I might be interested. So just don't just do the usual free consultation or free coaching or whatever. Make something more tempting. So the hook is not hooking, right? So you need to change that hook. Okay, so I'm not sure what you mean by that. I think it's for that first comment, but not performing well. Okay, are the previous not or not news work? Okay, I'm sorry, I can't follow this what you've written. So if you want to rephrase that comment or question, I'll happy to come back to it. Okay, hi, somebody from LinkedIn. I can't see your name, unfortunately. Hello back. All right. What if I set up one campaign and have two ad groups? One is standard and the other is dynamic. Is my campaign performance going to hamper? No, not at all. Because we tend to make it in separate campaigns. So it's got separate budgets as well. Sometimes the dynamic um, search ads go crazy and they'll start eating up all the budget, and you'll find that your standard one is not getting any impressions or budget. So I would just split those two out. And then for dynamic ones, you'll be able to see certain search terms which you really love and you did not consider, or certain search terms which you don't like and they are not relevant. Start putting them in at account level as negatives, and then if they are good ones, then keep adding them to your search campaign. So yeah, split them up at campaign level. That's what I Um, okay, again, I think it's going back to that first comment, very low impressions and only one or two clicks. So I think if it's low impressions, then increase your bids. Your bids might be too low or your budget might be too low, either one of them. Hi, Rakesh. Okay, question. I'm running campaign for particular location. So should I use the location in my phrase match keyword? If people are searching for that location in the keyword, then yes, you do it. Otherwise, if it's like your product or service with near me in it, then you don't need to. But you can, even if you haven't got the location name, you look at the search term query. If the search term queries have got the location name in that search term, then add them, keep adding them as a keyword in your campaign. Okay, hi Amit. Um, with max conversion automated bidding strategy, should we make location-based bid changes? One for display remarketing campaign, should we keep any frequency cap or should we let Google decide it? Okay, I'll go with the easier one first, which is for the remarketing campaign. Should we keep any frequency cap? I would say yes. You don't want to cheese people off by showing your ads millions of times in a day. And some advertisers and marketers do that. And even if they have got the best product, I'm not going to sign up or buy from them because they really pissed me off. Because every time I go on Google, their ads keep popping up. So you got to keep a fine balance. And the fine balance, in my humble opinion, is about 2 to 3 impressions, not views, impressions per day. So they see my ads no more than 2 to 3 times a day. And also, you don't want to um, utilize your budget just by showing your ads to just a selected or a few people. You want to show your ads to as many people as you like. So if you reduce that uh, frequency impression, you're going to reach to more people as well. Automated bid strategy, should we make location bid based changes? So on automated bidding, the only bidding you can do is at device level. So if you have got a campaign running and you can see in the data that you got 10 locations where they're converting well and you're getting good performance, then what I would do is segment those campaigns out by each location and then have its own budget so that they are not limited by budget, and then you can bid accordingly. That would be the easiest way to do that. Hey Adam, hope you are well. Yeah, have a hope you had a great week and hope you have a good weekend as well. So I'll look forward to seeing you on Tuesday next week. Okay. Hi Alamgir. It's been 4 days. I've set up standard shopping campaign with eCPC bidding strategy. Although I'm getting clicks, impressions, when will I start getting conversions? Again, nobody can answer that. There's a fixed time that after 5 days or 6 days you'll start getting conversions. Everybody will do the same thing. If it is not working, then have a look at the search term queries and see what your ads are being shown for. Check that your feed and the product titles properly optimized. The feed is properly optimized because that is critical. Google needs to know if it's an apple or an orange. We don't want our apples to be shown for searches, somebody making for oranges. So it's critical that your feed is optimized properly so that the right people searching that product is shown the right ad. I have all my accounts running at max conversions, and Google is suggesting I set a TCP for some of them. Do you see? You can, but as I say to you always, Adam, if it's working fine, don't touch it. I've got some of my own campaigns running at max conversions and giving me some crazy good results. Am I going to set up a TCP on it? Not at all. Why fix it if it ain't broke? So don't touch it. If it's working well, I say to everyone, just keep increasing the budget if you want to scale those campaigns. And that's what I'm doing. And I'll show you next week what I mean by this. So remind me um, of that. So Adam is one of what he is the first one or first student who joined Google as like a boss a couple of years ago. And when we started working, I asked him about his goal, and he said, I wanted to go and set up my own business. And now he has achieved his goal. So well done. And he's one of those um, persons who invest the time in his training. He regularly attends all the calls. In fact, look, he's over here now as well. He doesn't need to be here. So that dedication towards your goal and hard work always pays off. So some people sign up the courses, they don't take action, and then they expect results. It just doesn't happen like that. You have to work hard, and you will find that the results will come through. So yeah, Adam, just remind me next week. I'll show you my campaign. Okay, what do you think about using one keyword ad group in 2023? It's a waste of time. You're referring to SCAGs, which is a single keyword ad group. Exact match is not exact match anymore. Phrase match is not phrase match anymore. So if you want to go one word keyword, I'll just put in as a broad match keyword and then be very aggressive with negative search terms. That should work because you'll get the cheapest click with broad match as well. But I would recommend that you start with at least phrase. After how many clicks should we consider getting conversions? I guess 60, 65 clicks every day, but no conversions. Are these good numbers? No, if you're not getting conversions, that means it's not good. Um, is it for e-commerce or lead generation? So lead generation, we aim for a bare minimum of 20% on the landing page. Ideally, you want to be 30% or above. You've got zero conversions right now. So, and on e-commerce, obviously on first-time visitors, even between 1 to 2% conversion rate. At least you're getting some conversions. Um, yeah, something is not right. Um, if you had 500 clicks, that means there is something seriously wrong. The page with the offer, with maybe the campaign setup. So we start off from the first bit. So start setting up your micro conversions and see what's happening. If you find that these visitors are bouncing off after 5 seconds, there you go. The problem is in the traffic source, not the page, not the offer, not the landing page, right? Then you optimize one step at a time and then you work that way. It's a SaaS product. Can you recommend any good SaaS landing pages if you know any? Go to unbounce.com. They have loads of templates over there. On their blog, they've got loads and loads of uh, sample landing pages as well. See what's working. And they also have uh, a percentage of conversion rates on those landing pages as well, that the SaaS product should convert at such and such rate, e-commerce, lead gen, and so on. So Unbounce is a really good place where you can get all this data. And we've been using it for a long time. I think 7, 8 years now. It's one of the best apps we use for our business. Okay, hello back. You're most welcome, Adam. Yeah, lovely. Okay, Facebook user. Uh, for one of my matrimonial clients, I'm using Broadmatch, but suddenly my impression click spans have gone down. I've just changed the target ROAS by 20-30%. I now what should I do? Very confused. Well, changing the target ROAS won't make any difference if that's what you are getting, just clicks and no conversions. Google doesn't know what the ROAS is. So if this is, I believe this is I'm pretty sure this is a lead generation. So you need to be looking at the target CPA, not the ROAS, unless you know the actual conversion data and the value per client and you're bringing it back into Google Ads. So I would stick with cost per conversion for the leads. But first, you need to generate leads before you start messing around with target ROAS. Just put it on max conversions and see what happens. And if you find that after tracking all those micro conversions, so in your case, the analogy of getting married works really well. So you can explain to the client, so these are the things which we need to do. Your landing page sucks because I've set up all my things properly. All the metrics are pointing in the right direction, heading in the right direction, and then you can say, so you need to set up goals for each thing. So let's say you want a click-through rate of 2% or 5% or whatever. Put it as a goal. Let's say you want the view rate on the video, which is on the page, as 20%. Let's say you want a conversion rate of such and such percent, time on site to be minimum of 3 minutes, and so on. Whatever those goals are, put them in, put it on a spreadsheet, and then you track each and every day. This is what we do with the daily tracker. Without that, you cannot see where the leakages are, whether the data is going up or going down. What frequency cap should we keep for display remarketing? As I said, 2 to 3 impressions per day, not views, but impressions. Um, Kindly provide some strategy for B2B specific industries, at least some basic 101 for B2B industry. Um, well, I mean, you just go after those keywords, what people are searching for. So I'm not sure what you mean by strategy. If you want the strategy, then you need to attack from every side. To win a war, you need to attack by land, air, and sea. In Google Ads terms, not just by search. Most 90-95% of advertisers, and I presume that you are just running search ads, will be doing the same thing. All of you are fighting for that four top spots. It's a red ocean. Go away from that red ocean onto the blue ocean, where there's nobody there and you're going to clean up quite easily, quietly and peacefully. Very little competition. Go on display, go on video, and then try and see what happens. So that is my strategy. Um, should you wish to, I've been saying this for years now, got to attack from every side. The path to a conversion is not the straightforward anymore. It's a very complicated one. They will come to your side, then they'll come to mine, then they'll somewhere else, then go to Facebook, then they'll go Instagram, then they'll go all these places. Then they'll decide who to go with. So whilst they're in the search mode, you need to be at every touch point in their face, on their devices, on their computers, right? That's how you build up that brand awareness and branding. So the strategy is simple: be at every possible touch point, if possible. Hi, Kelly. I'm a small beauty biz one person. Okay, nothing wrong with that, and congratulations. All you can do is go from one to two and two to four. Seeking help getting my ads to conversions on my own. Any suggestions? I have great impressions, clicks, and one ROI or one conversion so far. So, Kelly, I guess you got a beauty salon. We have done a lot of campaigns for beauty clinics and salons. So it could be nails, it could be you're doing facials, manicures, pedicures. I guess those kind of services you offer, create a really irresistible offer, which the client will find it very hard to resist. Now, in in the case of beauty clinics, what you want to do is acquire a customer, and this applies to pretty much every business. If you can acquire a customer at break even or better, and don't think about profit, oh, I'm not making a profit, you're going to win every time, because you know that once they come to me, I'm going to book their next 5 sessions straight up with another offer. Hey, once you do the nails or whatever, the facial, do you want to book your next session? I'll give you 10% or 15% of the next one, whatever it may be. Book them in then and there. So then you keep on, because you got that acquisition cost done and dusted. So then the next session, the session after, and so on, there is no acquisition cost. The other thing, once you acquire a customer or a lead, do email marketing regularly, at least once a week. Stay in their inbox. As I said, got to be in their faces at all times, at every touch point. Email, everybody knows how many times we go into our inbox every day in our Gmail, right? And your ads will start popping up, your emails will start popping up, and it will keep reminding them, I need to go to Kelly. Oh, I was meaning to get my nails done. I need to go to Kelly. Oh, yeah, good job. She sent me this offer right now at the right time, because I was just about to book somebody and I'd forgotten about it. We don't want them to forget about you. Stay in their mind at all times, right? So that's what I would recommend that you do is um, run. And with your business, it's highly visual, right? So I'm sure you do photos whilst there. Well, once you've done that service, you've got the ring light and everything within your studio or a beauty clinic. Take that photo and ask their permission. Look, can I use this in my ads, please? Most people will be thrilled. You start running display ads with the image on it, and then you see what happens. Use it on your Facebook, Instagram, TikTok as well. Create content regularly, give tips, advice, build up that trust. This is why I'm here, to build up that trust with you. So hopefully, when you want to um, hire somebody to run your ads, I would like to think that my name is the first one which pops in your head. You may not be ready right now. You may have come to this session for the first time, and I'm not expecting any of you to convert right now. Literally, when I do these live streams, I have zero expectations of any conversions, and you will find me very rarely selling anything over here. Buy my stuff. I've got this offer. Yes, every now and then I will say we have this offer, right? Not all the time, because I know when the time is right, you guys are going to come to me. So that's what you want to do, right? I worry about using online SEO pros because it seems like they may be scams and not legit. Not sure how to identify who is legit. So doing it myself. So SEO, which is search engine optimization, is completely different to Google Ads. SEO is a long-term game plan. It's like going to the gym twice a week, 3 times a week, and then getting fit, losing weight, getting the six pack or whatever you are trying to achieve as your goals. Google Ads is like the cheat sheet of SEO. You can be on Google page one tomorrow or today. You can be on YouTube straight up. You could be all over the internet within a matter of hours, right? And this is why we do Google Ads, because I don't want to wait 8 months to be on page one of Google. How am I going to survive for 8 months? How am I going to pay my bills and food and stuff like that? I want customers right now. And you run these ads properly, profitably, there is no way you can't scale. Absolutely, you can scale. So don't worry about the SEO. Uh, keep plugging away. We've got 1,500 videos on our YouTube channel. So cancel your Netflix, binge watch, and get your ads to be profitable. Yeah, sure, absolutely. Congratulations on setting up your marketing agency. And don't feel that I'm your competitor. And I'd never feel that any other marketing agencies are my competitors. We collaborate, we help each other. There's so much work out there, it's unbelievable. Because even though I'm sharing all my experience and my know-how to all of you, go and do it because I know only 1% are going to do it. That is the unfortunate fact. Very few people take action. But if you are, you know, a doer, go and get these campaigns done the right way. You are going to make a lot of money for sure. But the process, you've got to follow the process, manage you and your clients' expectations. Um, don't try to get instant results. Oh my God, I've run the ads for 3 days and Google has scammed me. Yeah, taking all my money and all that. No, learn from your mistakes. You are going to make mistakes if you are working on your own. This is why you need to have a mentor or a coach. I'm not saying me, but anybody to help you make those expensive mistakes. Okay, I've got a call to hop on another one. So it's been great conversation, great questions, and thank you all for being here. I truly appreciate this because it will be pretty boring for me to just talk to a computer screen. So let's catch up on next Tuesday. Have a great weekend. So till then, stay safe and have a great weekend. Bye for now.